1,000-pound sisters rewind. Tammy and Amy revisit the past. Junkyard scale and all. TLC's 1,000-pound sisters ended on a high note as the Slaton family took a heartfelt trip down memory lane, highlighting Tammy and Amy's incredible transformation from the beginning of their weight loss journey to where they are today. Season 7 was packed with memorable moments, including Amy getting bit by a camel during a zoo visit and Tammy revealing that she was dating a woman. Still, the most significant of them all was Tammy undergoing life-changing skin removal surgery. In episode 9, and before Tammy went to surgery, the Slaton family visited important places in their past, including the junkyard where they would weigh themselves. 1,000-pound sisters stars Amy and Tammy, along with their siblings, take a trip down memory lane in Season 7 finale. Season 7, Episode 9, of 1,000-pound sisters, titled, Be Trippin. Amy and Tammy Slaton, along with their siblings Chris Combs, Amanda Halterman, and Misty Slaton, all get into a van and decide to reflect on their past as they revisit meaningful places. They travel to locations like the duplex Tammy and Amy lived in earlier seasons and visit Jesse Odom, the man they have referred to as their dad, despite not being their biological father. All this occurred before Tammy had her skin removal surgery. It was a very emotional journey down memory lane. The family's first stop was the apartment that Amy and Tammy shared and would make YouTube videos, and where fans first met them. In the first season of the series, Amy weighed 406 pounds, while Tammy weighed approximately 608 pounds. The building has since been demolished, with Tammy sharing that it feels strange to return. I didn't think I'd ever go back to the duplex since I left rehab, but I'm glad we are because that is where we started our weight loss journey. Amy also notes that the location is very significant to them because it's where Amy married her first husband, Michael Halterman, and got pregnant with her first son. Tammy reflects on how she once relied on oxygen and could barely make it to their mailbox. A flashback shows her struggling to walk even that short distance, but now, everything has changed. Now it's nothing, she says, as she and Amy easily make the same walk. A visit to Jesse Odom's house. The family is also seen arriving at the home of Jesse Odom and his wife, Kay. Jesse has been a father figure to the entire Slaton siblings for 36 years, a role he's continued to embrace ever since. Jesse has been a constant support to Amy and Tammy as they have undergone their weight loss transformations. Misty wants to drive her dad's tractor, and for the first time ever, Tammy is able to fit in it too. It's yet another milestone for Tammy this season. Viewers have also seen her manage to fit into a donut float to go swimming and even go ziplining for the very first time. As the two women get into the tractor, Tammy shares, she's fun-sized and now I'm bite-sized. In a confessional, Tammy reflects on all the things she's able to do now. I need more confidence in myself because literally I could do stuff that I don't think I can. Who knows what I can do next? Tammy and Amy head to the junkyard. Fans will recall that both Amy and Tammy had no choice but to head to a junkyard to weigh themselves because there was no scale that would be able to weigh them. At the time, which was 6 years ago, Tammy, who weighed 605 pounds, called it embarrassing. Meanwhile, Amy weighed 406 pounds. Seeing her weight, she began crying. Seeing that number on the scale just made my heart drop. This is the most I've ever weighed, she said. In episode 9, the family returned to the same junkyard to weigh themselves one more time. In a confessional, Amy shared, "This is a memory that I want buried in the past." They're reunited with Ronnie, the same friendly face they met 6 years earlier. Amy is the first to step on the scale. She is now 249 pounds, which is 157 pounds less than what she weighed when she came into the junkyard. Amy admits that she put on some pounds, but it's still an incredible loss. You still should be proud of yourself, Tammy tells her sister. It's now Tammy's turn, and she confidently walks up to the scale. Tammy weighs in at 215 pounds, which is a 390 pounds difference from 6 years ago. I'm proud of myself, she shares to the cameras. We're not the 1,000-pound sisters anymore. We're the 1,000 pounds family. During their walk down memory lane, the family also stops by their old high school, but not before Tammy jokes in the car. Our favorite subject was lunch. Amy recalls being the class clown, while Tammy admits she was much more reserved, a dynamic that still holds true for the sisters today. Tammy then admits that when she and Amy began doing their YouTube videos, she gained a lot more confidence. The episode concludes with the family going to the edge of the Ohio River and placing floating lanterns where they each take turns sharing what they are letting go. For Amy, it's out with the old relationships and hello to a new marriage. Tammy goes last and shares, I want mine to be a symbol because I let a lot go these years to get where I am today. With my weight loss, I had to let go of Caleb, and I know everyone's beside me and I just want to keep everybody proud. To a new me. Will there be a season 8 of 1,000 Pound Sisters? Now that both Tammy and Amy have reached major milestones in their weight loss journeys, fans are beginning to wonder what's next for the show, especially since they're technically no longer the 1,000 Pound Sisters. Will there be a season 8 and what would it be about? Fans have loved following the Slaton family's journey, not just for the impressive weight loss transformations, but for the compelling family dynamics, the occasional feuds, and the heartwarming, and often hilarious, bond between Amy and Tammy. There are several potential storylines that could be considered for an 8th season. There is Amy's path to marriage and co-parenting her 2 children with Brian, to Tammy's relationship with her girlfriend, Andrea, which fans saw little of in season 7. Fans are also always eager to see the Slaton family continue their weight loss journeys and personal growth. A Reddit thread sees fans hoping that a season 8 is in the works, especially since the previous season was just 8 episodes, 9 if you count the special. This show better come back, I swear. A fan wrote, we got a haunted wedding on Halloween day to watch. Another person wrote about Amy and Brian's wedding plans. Another commenter made a good point that we have yet to watch all of Tammy's skin removal surgery. I feel they'll keep going. Tammy still has to get skin removal on her legs, so there's that angle. 1,000 LB sisters. Tammy Slaton is still not behaving like an adult. The show is hard to watch with Tammy being so negative all the time. Even after 7 seasons of 1,000 Pound Sisters and a 500-pound weight loss, I'm fed up with how Tammy's attitude hasn't changed a bit. It's becoming hard to keep watching. She's still repeating the same behaviors from the very first episode. Fans have been following Tammy's ups and downs for years, but Tammy's weight loss journey is heading into brand new territory. After facing a string of health issues, Tammy was finally cleared for bariatric surgery in season 6. While she made major progress, she also faced some heartbreaking setbacks. Now, she's at a crossroads, trying to figure out her next move. However, I don't like the direction in which Tammy is heading in the new season. Tammy is back to being hateful. Her mean girl personality shines through. The smallest of things angers her, and she complains about everything under the sun and has rude comments reserved for everyone. Tammy's attitude cannot be blamed on her being lonely anymore. She claims to be in a new relationship as well. Tammy has disappointed me. I was really rooting for her. Still, I'm not really surprised. Tammy is refusing to quit vaping. Tammy is her own worst enemy. Tammy's weight loss journey is impressive, but she has a long way to go to actually feel lighter. Tammy wants her skin removed from everywhere on her body, including her legs, stomach, arms, face, etc. Tammy finds it hard to walk because of the skin. She's described herself as a Dagon penguin. However, Tammy is doing nothing to quit her vaping habit. Tammy didn't even tell her doctors about it. She claims to be vaping for anxiety because it calms her down. I just think she's finding excuses not to quit and hampering her own chances of getting surgery. Tammy doesn't appreciate her family's sacrifices for her. Tammy is trying to make her family look like villains. Tammy seemed to have turned over a new leaf when she lost weight. Tammy could not only buckle up her seatbelt after her transformation, but she also began working on developing a healthier mindset. Tammy used to act like a rebellious teenager and post her weight loss, even offering words of encouragement to her fans online. However, in the new season, I could see the old Tammy making a comeback. Tammy said her family never considered her when it was they who looked after her when she was bedridden, believing in her more than she ever did herself. Tammy is envious of Amy's weight loss success. I'm so irritated while watching Tammy's scenes. Tammy's attitude is condescending towards her sister. Her voice is laced with envy whenever she talks about Amy losing weight. Tammy has not really become a better person. Weight loss has done nothing to fix her attitude. I wish Tammy could set a better example to the fans she was hoping to motivate and tell them they were in a safe space on her Instagram. Any progress the 1,000-pound sisters star made has been ruined by her immaturity and her toddler tantrums, and it irritates me to watch the typical Tammy return after she pretended to be doing better. 1,000. LB sisters, did Tammy and Amy pay for the UK trip? Tammy Slaton and Amy Slaton are preparing for the big trip to the UK as a family in recent 1,000-pound sisters scenes. While this makes for great content and adds to the storylines of the current season of the family reality show, many TLC fans are scratching their heads as to who foot the bill. 1,000-pound sisters, Tammy Slaton and Amy Slaton ready to go across the pond. It's not uncommon for TLC shows to add in a family trip as part of the storyline for various shows. It's a no-brainer in terms of adding content and adding to the current storyline. In addition to that, it's a new angle for viewers to dig into. Because of Tammy Slaton dropping weight, she is able to do things now like go on trips. This was something that was not even available to her for years. In this aspect, it makes sense for TLC to want to take the Slaton crew international to capture the shenanigans they undoubtedly get into. Amy Slaton and Chris Combs dug into family roots. In recent 1,000-pound sisters scenes, Amy Slaton and Chris Combs consulted a genealogist to help trace their family roots. While Amy did find out that they are not related to British royals, the expert showed them that one of their relatives came over from the UK in the 1700s and that he was a soldier in the Revolutionary War. This is setting up the big family trip to the UK in 1,000-pound sisters scenes, as everyone gets their passports in order and makes arrangements. However, one of the big questions that TLC fans have is, who picked up the tab for this excursion? 1,000-pound sisters. Did Amy Slaton and Tammy Slaton foot the bill? Typically, when it comes to big trips like these, networks like TLC will pay for some of it out of the production budget. However, there have also been times where cast members from various TLC shows have called out the network for being cheap or skimping on things. In some instances, the network may pay for accommodations, but things like travel and food costs may come out of the pockets of cast members, or vice versa. With this big UK trip being a major part of this season's 1,000-pound sister storyline, viewers had a lot to say about it. One commenter said, "I am in the same relative socioeconomic class as the siblings, and I just can't see how they could just all buy round-trip international flights to UK alongside lodging and spending money so quickly. Is it probably saved up money from the show, or did TLC pay for it?" Another commenter said, "Tammy can't afford her own place but can go to the UK. You know TLC paid for that trip. Just like on other shows when they take their nonsense out of town." 1,000-pound sisters. Amanda Halterman's health issues are scarier than I originally thought. She's handling them like a pro. 1,000-pound sisters star Amanda Halterman has been struggling with health issues for the last few months, and after a new update, I think things are scarier than they seem surrounding her heart health and what her next steps are. Throughout 1,000-pound sisters season 6, Amanda was a major source of help for Amy Slaton and Tammy Slaton. As the women's older sister, she knew how to be there for them with tough love in difficult moments and knew when to step back and pump the brakes. Amanda made it clear that she was there for her family no matter what. Amanda, who's been in a new relationship that's making her happy, has a lot of people she can lean on as she figures out what comes next. Amanda's been sharing vague information about her health problems. She's not giving direct information. As Amanda has been facing these challenges with her health, she's done a lot to keep her followers informed while still keeping her privacy. Amanda has opened up about some episodes she's had that have landed her in the hospital, sharing that she's felt out of it and woozy at times. Though she's been reassuring her followers not to be afraid, she's been sharing some difficult-to-digest details about what's been going on with her, too. While Amanda doesn't want to share the details about what's going on with her health, she's been doing the best she can to work through her issues and keep her fans informed. She shared that she doesn't necessarily even have all of the answers herself yet, making it tough to share what's going on with her. Regardless, Amanda has been doing what she can to keep her followers and fans informed on her condition. Amanda's issues appear to be difficult to track. She's been taking her blood pressure a lot. Amanda has been sharing frequent updates about her health on her social media channels, even if she doesn't totally know what's going on yet. Although Amanda is usually an open book, she's doing her best to keep her followers up to date on what's going on without fully giving an answer as to what's happening because she doesn't have one. The condition Amanda has seems to be very overwhelming, as it changes consistently and doesn't allow her to track her health with ease. Even so, the 1,000-pound sisters star has opened up about what she can surrounding her condition. Amanda's handling her health problems well, but it's definitely stressful. She's working hard, but it's not easy. As Amanda walks into this next chapter of her life, it's definitely something she may be afraid of and have a hard time with. Usually fearless, Amanda is often the big sister that the Slatons need in their corner, but she may need some support from her family as her health changes. Amanda, who's been in a new relationship that's making her happy, has a lot of people she can lean on as she figures out what comes next. While the 1,000-pound sister star's condition may be scary, she's doing a great job at living in the moment. 1,000 LB sisters. I don't think Amy Slaton should have another baby with her new boyfriend. She needs to focus on herself. During the recent 1,000-pound sisters season 7 premiere, Amy Slaton made a shocking announcement that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. The divorced 37-year-old reality television star and social media influencer confessed that her new boyfriend, Brian Scott Levorn, wants her to have another baby. Amy already has 2 small children who she co-parents with her ex-husband, Michael Halterman. Not to mention the fact that Amy and Brian had only been dating for 6 weeks when she broke the news to her shocked sister, Amanda Halterman. Amy's always been a romantic. She's the type who gets serious in a relationship very quickly. Her romantic impetuousness could land the 1,000-pound sisters season 7 star in some very hot water. Amy already has her hands full raising her young sons, and she's still learning how to be a single mother. She also has her continuing weight loss journey to think about. She wants to lose more weight, and having another baby would definitely set her back on her health and fitness journey. I really hope Amy doesn't do something crazy in the frenzy of new love. Amy's boyfriend is the one who wants a baby. She needs to pump the brakes. Amy and Brian met at a concert. They locked eyes from across a crowded mosh pit and were instantly attracted to each other. They ended up leaving the event to grab a taco together, and they've been together ever since. Though Amy seems happy with Brian, her family is worried that she's moving too quickly. Amy has had bad luck with men, so her family isn't wrong to worry. Since her divorce, Amy has dated multiple men, and it always ended in tears. It also doesn't help that Brian is 50 years old. During the first episode of 1,000-pound sisters season 7, Amanda was helping Amy get ready for a date with Brian when she made a shocking revelation. Amy told her flabbergasted sister that Brian wanted her to go have her tubes untied so that she could have his baby. This was shocking for multiple reasons. For one, Amy only divorced Michael in late 2023, and she barely knows Brian. I'm glad that Amy's happy, but I wish she wouldn't rush into another impetuous decision. Amanda Halterman is against it. Scary love. As Amy broke the shocking news during the first episode of 1,000-pound sisters season 7, Amanda was stunned. At 50 years of age, Brian is much older than Amy. They have already got matching tattoos that say "Scary Love" after just a few weeks of dating. Amanda responded by recommending they take a cold shower, and I agree with Amanda. Amy barely knows Brian, and I think it's a red flag that he asked her to have his baby. The 1,000-pound sisters star is just getting her life in order, and she shouldn't have another baby any